excited for. Thomas Odatey, this thing from public access, with this guy with a show about Jehovah's Witnesses. So hopefully you'll enjoy it if anybody's watching. Okay, here's Thomas Odatey.
I didn't have that Musselman script.
You didn't have it?
I'm thinking
I know, it's so exciting to watch.
of this thing we tolerated 200 years.
also see the beautiful traditional Yuletide fireplace. Many times we forget our blessings, but
every Friday, 5:30 to 6, Channel D. Every Friday, 11:30 to 12, Channel C. Cable is so interesting. It's, oh, what an interesting trace. Every Friday, 5:30 to 6, Channel D. Every Friday, 11:30 to 12, Channel C. Cable is so interesting. It's, oh, what an interesting trace. Let me say hello over here. Hello. Hello, Nancy. How are you?
This isn't what I was going to show, but we'll see what this is.
Yes, Channel C. Nancy, what are you doing?
I'm not an actress. I'm with the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation, and these very kind people here are joining us in our fight, which is to raise money for research in diabetes. Diabetes is a serious disease.
Nancy, you know, my mother and my father, I'm sorry, my mother and my grandmother both died with diabetes. So, you know, this is why, yeah, I understand. It really hurt too, you know.
Insulin, and there's no problem when it's not true. It's a lousy disease. And my kid has it, and a lot of kids have it.
Nancy, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Pleasure talking to you. Hello. How are you? How are you, sir? I'm fine. Charles Necamiah. Right. Doctor, you deal with diabetes only, or? No, I do really general internal medicine, but I sort of major in diabetes, and most of my practice is involved with diabetics. Have you been practicing, you know, a long time just with diabetics? Well, I've been doing that ever since I went into practice, which is now, what, 14 years. You sound older than I like to think.
Yeah, no, doctor, you look good for a doctor. You know, most doctors doesn't have
What do you mean by that?
Pleasure talking to you, Doc Wells. Well, folks, that's it. I think we just about talked to everyone except there's one gentleman I would like very much to talk to, but before I do it, I would like to say that we are in the Grand Buffet, which is a terrific place. The food, the atmosphere is beautiful, and whenever you get a chance, stop in. Hello? Hello? How are you?
Very well, and you?
Who am I speaking to now?
My name is Jeff Pomerantz.
Jeff, what are you doing, Jeff?
I'm Dr. Peter Johnson. Well, I'm eating right now is what I'm doing. I play Dr. Peter Johnson on One Life to Live.
Oh, you play the doctor's role. How do you find the doctor's role?
Well, it's kind of flat most of the time because people assume that you're just the nice guy who helps solve the problems. You know, that you're constantly providing sympathy for people.
Well, Jeff, you know, there's one thing that has been bugging me for the longest time about actors who played doctors. Do you study? Did you study anything as far as medicine is concerned?
I studied acting and I get to play a doctor.
Nothing medical at all that you were familiar with.
Well, I mean, I guess as an actor you do background things, but you know, when there's something that comes up on the show, if there's a disease that you have to deal with, I mean, I certainly do look things up as much as possible. I mean, I try not letting phrases go by that I don't understand at all. I mean, I have to understand it to be able to say it, and also I find myself simplifying the script so that as often as possible it's something that the audience understands. I don't believe in giving misunderstoods to people.
So you mean, in other words, you do research on whatever the subject matter is that you're going to act about, right? You do enough. Terrific, Jeff. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, folks, here we are talking to the beautifulest people on television today. You check out Ben the DJ's show now every Friday there, 5:30 to 6, 11:30 to 12. We're gonna do a dynamite thing. Bye now. Well, folks, here I'm talking to the one that started it all, Dorothy. Would you believe it? We met in a Dunkin' Donuts store on 6th Avenue. Dorothy, how you doing, bud?
Pretty good, Ben. I have fan clubs for 4 stars here. Denny Albee, Nancy Pinkerton, Candice Early, and George Reinhold, who's coming in a few minutes. Fan club president.
Nancy, Dorothy, I'm most concerned to find out what made you really get it all started, Dorothy.
Well, I had open heart surgery. I wasn't allowed to go to work. I had been watching the soap operas for years. I liked 4 of them on One Life to Live. I approached them because I knew someone that worked for Eyewitness News. I approached them, and I approached them and asked them if they would like a fan club. And knowing that the fan club would keep me busy with fan mail and organizing a club, and I'm in touch with members all over the world who are very nice. I'm quite busy and at home and unemployed, but I love every minute of it.
Isn't that beautiful, folks? Helping people who can't help themselves. That's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure seeing beautiful people who care about people who can't help themselves. But you know what, Dottie? Next time you give an affair like this, I'm going to make it noticed on all my shows, you know.
We have one coming up in March. I can't say for who because he's sitting right here. It's a surprise birthday party.
Well, I'll make sure I'll be there. Talking to Dorothy, folks. Beautifulest person I've met in life. Well, folks, here I am back again in the Grand Buffet, 12th Street University, with all the stars, and our light just blew out on us, and everything just went bad. But that's show business for you. What can I say? I'm talking to Michelle St. Laurent. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
Michelle, tell me, what made you get started in putting on benefits like this?
Well, this one originally we did on diabetes, being we're very good friends with Nancy Pinkerton, and she's a diabetic. But we're planning on doing more of them on different for cancer and certain other ones. But this first one is really dedicated to Nancy.
Well, you know what, Michelle, your work is so great that have you ever thought about really, doing it in a place like the Americano or something like that?
You mean a bigger place? Well, what we like about a smaller place is it makes the people that have bought the tickets, it makes them much happier because they're much closer to the stars.
You think it's a little more intimate?
Right. Because I've been to some gatherings.
So this is called Ben the DJ Happy Variety
And
Show.
it's not, you don't really have
It's
a
from
chance
New
to
York,
talk to them
public
and to get to
access in
know
the
them. And
80s.
you do when it's a smaller place.
Michelle,
Next should be Thomas Odatey, but this is pretty
always
funny.
working for people and looking out for people who can't look out for themselves. It's really a pleasure, Michelle. And I wish you a lot of luck with your endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Well, folks, here we are back again, walking around the Grand Buffet, checking it all out. That's all. Just checking the Grand Buffet, folks, once again. I'm going to interview a friend of mine, Jessica, who is talking to two of the stars. Hello, sorry to interrupt you, Jessica. Hello, Jessica, how are you doing?
Okay.
I see you're in your glory talking to Mike and Tom here.
The best actors in the world, right here. Ryan Pope and One Life to Live. I watch them all the time.
You hear that, folks? She watches them all the time, so make sure you check out One Life to Live and Ryan's Hope. Because if... Did you hear that and see that, folks? So look, check out Ben the DJ's Happy Variety Show, 5:30 to 6 on Channel T, 11:30 to 12 on Channel C, every Friday. Make sure you check it out. Hello, who am I talking to?
Oh, you're talking to Rose Dallas.
Rose, why did you come to this,
I came, first of all, to donate for the diabetes because we have it in our family, and for George Reinhold.
Rose, you know what? It's a pleasure talking to you. You're a beautiful lady to take your time with other people. Because today, I've noticed, Rose, you see, I lost a mother and a grandmother with two diabetes, you know? Sure, her foot down. Oh, yeah. So we're in sort of like the same boat. You're Rose, nice talking to you. God bless you, too. Hello. Who am I talking to?
Linda Duryea.
Oh, Dan Duryea. Oh, yes. How are you, Mrs. Duryea? You know your husband was one of my favorite stars? Your uncle? He was one of my favorite stars. You know that, Linda?
Where is he?
I saw him on TV 3 or 4 nights ago. It was such a terrific, show that it does.
Quite a terrific man.
Is he still around?
No, he died in 68.
So many pictures he made with John Wayne. He always played a bad guy. Linda, do you ever know him being a good guy in a movie?
No.
Never. He always played the heavy. And the part was terrific. Linda's a pleasure talking to you. Talking to Linda Duryea, folks. Beautiful people. Hello, who am I talking to?
Ernestine Davenport.
Oh, Ernestine. Have you been to many of these affairs on diabetes, Ernestine?
No.
This is your first one?
This is my first on diabetes, yes.
Do you work with many organizations? Every Friday, 11:30 to 12, Channel 6. Now make sure you keep looking because we're going to interview many, many people from all walks of life. Hello. How are you? Yeah, here we are, folks, back again in the studio. I would like to introduce to you at this time one of my special guests, a well-known acting family, one of the first black acting families in America, Mr. Robert Earl Jones. Let's give him a good hand. Hello, Mr. Jones. How are you doing? What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm in studio trouble.
I hope so. Anyway,
That's my future project.
but I mean,
I want to do This Is Life Between the World and Me.
Oh, beautiful.
And whatever else come along, I like to do it all.
But you're doing poetry now. You have some poetry
Yeah,
now.
well, I do that around colleges. My class meeting, I have classes. And I have such people, I'm willing to try.
Well, Mr. Jones, I would like to hear one of your poems. You've been one of my favorite actors for many, 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 many years. I'd love to hear one of your poems. Would you give us one of your poems, please?
Richard writes, between the world and me. And one morning, while in the woods, I stumbled suddenly upon the thing. Stumbled upon it in a grassy clearing guarded by scaly oaks and elephants. And the silly details of the scene rose, thrusting itself between the world and me. There was a design of white bones slumbering, forgotten upon a cushion of ashes. There were a charred stump of a sapling pointing a blunt finger, accusing at the sky. There were torn tree limbs, tiny veins of burnt leaves, a scorched coil of greasy hemp, a vacant shoe, a lonesome tie, a ripped shirt, an empty hat, and a pair of trousers stiff with black blood. And on the trampled grass were buttoned dead matches, a butt end of cigars and cigarettes, peanut shells, drain gin flask, and a whore's lipstick, scattered traces of tar, restless arrays of feathers, and the languid smell of gasoline. And in the morning's air, the sun poured yellow surprise into the eye sockets of a stony skull. And while I stood, my mind was frozen with the cold pity for the life that was gone. The ground gripped my feet, and my heart was circled with the icy walls of fear. The sun died in the sky. Night wind muttered in the grass and fumbled the leaves in the trees, and the woods poured forth the hungry yelping of hounds, and the darkness screamed with thirsty voices, and the witnesses all rose and lived. The dry bones stirred, rattled, lifted, melting themselves into my bones. The gray ashes formed flesh, firm and black, entering into my flesh, and the gin flask passed from mouth to mouth. The cigars and cigarettes glowed, and the whore smelled the lipstick red on her lips. And 1,000 faces swirled around me, clamoring that my life be burned. And then they had me, stripped me, battered my teeth into my throat until I swallowed my own blood. And my voice was drowned by the row of their voices. And my black, wet body slipped and rolled in their hands as they bound me to the sapling. And my skin clung to the bubbling hot tar, falling from me in limp patches. And the quills and the downs of the white feathers sank into my flesh. And I moaned in my agony. And then my blood was cooled, mercifully cooled by the baptism of gasoline. And in a blaze of red, I leaped to the sky as pain rose like water boiling my flesh. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Panting, begging, a clutch childlike, clutched to the hot sides of death. Now, I am dry bones, and my face a stony skull staring in yellow surprise at the sun.
Back again, wasn't that nice? Well, you know, I would like to say one thing. You can check my show out, Channel D, Friday 5:30 to 6, Channel C, Friday 9:30 to 10. We're going to have all types type of entertainment for everyone, so the old, the young, the mentally retarded, and everything, we're going to have on the show, the fun, making plenty fun for everybody. And my special guest, Mr. Robert Earl Jones, I would like to say to you, I thank you very much for being on the show. My first show that I ever put on cable TV, you were my guest, and I'll never forget you. And as long as I do a show, I'm always going to have you on. It's my pleasure. Let's give Mr. Robert Earl Jones a good hand. Bye now. Well, folks, we're going to have so much entertainment for you coming up now. We're going to have bands. We're going to have talking on the elderly, mentally retarded, prison reform, and everything. So check my show out every Friday, 5:30 to 6 on Channel D, and every Friday, 9:30 to 10 on Channel C. So right now, goodbye, and have a good weekend. Every Friday, check it out. Bye now, folks.
I would show you what they let me, but I don't want to screw up the camera. But they left me 2 huge boxes full of DVDs of public access to look through while I'm here. So that's kind of amazing.
The dark can give you.
There we go.
Welcome to another edition of the Thomas Odatey Explosion. This program is specifically geared for one of the most abused people in our nation today, Jehovah's Witnesses, believe it or not. I'm addressing the Jehovah's Witness publishers. You might see these people knocking on your door with their magazine, the Watchtower, and the Awake. It's a printing firm, a book publishing company established by Charlie Taze Russell in 1879. Even though today's price of the Watchtower and Awake is only 25 cents to you and I, it may not seem to be too much money for a 32-page magazine. But yearly, this group of people in 25 Columbia Heights prints something like 570 million magazines at 25 cents a copy to you and I. If you pay these people $1/4, you are contributing to a cult organization. If you become a Jehovah's Witness, you will never vote again. You will never salute our flag. Part of our program is going to discuss something which will happen to you if you become a Jehovah's Witness. Dr. Jerry Bergman, PhD, wrote and compiled one of the nation's first books on the mental health of Jehovah's Witnesses. The Mental Health of Jehovah's Witnesses, a survey which answers the question, are Jehovah's Witnesses happy? After you read this book, or listen to watch a couple more Thomas Odatey explosions, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's been some problem in today's society concerning what is a cult. And over the years, I've had the time, fortunately, to appraise the Jehovah's Witness situation and then address it. According to Win Worley from back east, He's a publisher, and he's the writer of Annihilating the Host of Hell. It's a basic deliverance book, which some of you people have known about. But on page 68, Mr. Worley talks about the marks of cultism. All cultic systems have one or more of the following: deceptive Christianology, extra-biblical revelations, translocal totalitarian authority in leadership, semi-secret sessions for teaching followers, exclusivism, semantic juggling or a text out of context used to prove false doctrines and concepts. The Jehovah's Witness movement in America is famous for that. And you'll learn in this program and in the following programs that I'm addressing a satanic cult. I'm not calling the Jehovah's Witness movement in America a cult or a group of bad people or some horrendous un-American people. I'm calling the Jehovah's Witness Watchtower movement in America, controlled by the publishers of the Watchtower Society in 25 Columbia Heights, a satanic cult, a satanic church in America, with over 1.5 million persons who call yearly on your door, knock on your door, at least once a year, oftentimes 3 times a month. And when you wake, as people have become more aware of this fact, they can see these people. They don't look very happy, and this is one of the reasons why. Point 8. Punishment and reward motivation or control of behavior and attitudes through ruthless use of fear. Every Jehovah's Witness must maintain the thought that they owe not their allegiance to the United States of America, or to God, or to Jesus Christ, God's Word, but they owe their allegiance and their everlasting life to the Watchtower Society, who claims to be God's channel of communication of all the truth. Which, wouldn't you, if you were of that type of a nature where you demanded complete agreement in your corporation or your group, you could become another totalitarian organization within the United States. Point 9, denunciation of others, particularly of those who question or deny the cults. 10, separation and isolation of followers from their families and friends, and the formation of communal living cells to facilitate centralized control and enforced obedience. This is the Jehovah's Witness movement in America, and I can stand on every word I'm discoursing about today, because I grew up as one. And it's from 1949 to approximately 1975, over 25 years. It's taken my family down, it's taken my children's family down. What I'd like to do right now is address the Watchtower Society of Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm addressing you publishers in 25 Columbia Heights right now. If this program helps one person from going to hell as a Jehovah's Witness, I will consider this program a roaring success. As far as my 7-year-old son, Jesse Abraham Odatey, and his 5-year-old sister, my daughter, Hosanna Elizabeth Odatey, and their mother, Leona Maria Odatey, is concerned, you Watchtower publishers, you can have my family over my dead body. Once again, you publishers, that's the only way you yellow-bellied, carpet-beggar, un-American, no-account, Brooklyn liars can have my family. my children's mother, Leona, has given you stupid book and magazine publishers approximately 35 years of her life, a total wasted experience and existence. Her Armenian grandparents escaped the Turkish massacre, the Armenian massacre perpetuated by the Turks in 1917 and 1916. Only to have part of this family literally fall to the belligerent, stupid, un-American Joseph Franklin Rutherford's Jehovah's Witnesses. And this is the way you will go down in history, you publishers. As far as you publishers are concerned, I pronounce upon you the end of the 1931 Joseph Rutherford Jehovah's Witness movement in the United States of America. One of the desires of my heart will be answered on that day. You Jehovah's Witnesses in Brooklyn can call that day Armageddon. You built yourselves up as the prophets, the only truth channel in the world, and you're a liar. You've abused millions of people, and I'm after you, you publishers. On that particular day, when this happens, I am going to dissolve your two corporate charters. One in Allegheny, Pennsylvania, and the other one in New York City. The Bible book of Proverbs has taught me a great deal, and I'm sharing part of it right now. In Proverbs chapter 14, King David, mighty warrior at one time in history, said, "Go from the presence of a foolish man, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge." All ye Jehovah's Witnesses and my children's family, mother, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, all that are Jehovah's Witnesses, you are commanded. I'm not commanding you anything. I'm not saying anything to you. All I'm doing is reading words that's been preserved for approximately 3,000 years. Go from the presence of a foolish man. Go from the presence of the Watchtower Society of Brooklyn, New York. In chapter 14, verse 25, is further proof of what I speak. A true witness delivereth souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies. For all the years you have wasted your lives in distributing, being book and magazine peddlers for your profit to yourself. You have wasted your lives. You have absolutely wasted your lives. And you parents, and you grandparents of children, you're abusing your children more than you could ever imagine. In this book, in this magazine, the Watchtower Society of Jehovah's Witnesses printed some time ago, School and Jehovah's Witnesses. It's only one of the first things that they're doing to our children. Hundreds of thousands of Jehovah's Witness children, and two of those children are my children. And if you haven't found out by now, I am madder than hell. And it seems like we may, if we get this way, we might have to go back to hell to get what we want. If I didn't care about my children, I'd walk away. The worst thing I could ever dream of imagining is somebody feeling like me and saying the best place for a Jehovah's Witness is exactly where they are today, and that is nowhere at all. Those who have escaped out of the bondage, out of this, we call it almost Egyptian bondage, for generations, can either stay there or stand up on their feet and walk away. The only one that I feel is strong enough to, or loving enough to help every single Jehovah's Witness is possibly what Isaiah 7 spoke about. In Isaiah chapter 7:14 it says, "Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel." With us is God. He's alive and well today, folks. You know him as Jesus Christ. And he's not Michael the Archangel. When a Jehovah's Witness or anyone else asks God's Word to enter their life, they will become a new person. But the Watchtower Society, especially since the days of Joseph Franklin Rutherford in 1931, who coined the expression Jehovah's Witnesses, and if you say Jehovah's Witnesses over and over and over again, Jehovah's Witnesses, Jehovah's Witnesses, Jehovah's Witnesses, Jehovah's Witnesses, he got exactly what he wanted, an army of very unaware people who knock on your door and want you to not only forsake God's Word, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, but your own sanity. Because Jehovah's Witnesses do not salute the flag, I enjoy thinking that I'm addressing every single Jehovah's Witness in my country, in my state, and in my community. So let's stand. This red, white, and blue flag is not idolatry. When you salute the flag, it is not idolatry. That's what the Watchtower Society expects you to believe. Unquestionably believe. Let's stand right now. I'm addressing my children, Jesse and Hosanna, and all of Jehovah's Witness children. My children's mother besides not voting, these people who have been brought up as a Jehovah's Witness have never saluted our flag. And this is only an act of the will of the Watchtower Society. It's not a good thing, but it shows who has the power and who doesn't. Well, you Watchtower Society publishers, you can go to hell and kiss my ass. This is the Pledge of Allegiance. Anyone and anything that gets in the way of my country and my God, I'm after you. You put your right hand over your heart, and you say after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Jehovah's Witness magazine, School and Jehovah's Witnesses, is geared to seduce the parents into thinking that it's a criminal act to teach their children to salute the flag. Even though, it says on page 13, we do not salute the flag of any nation, this certainly is not meant to indicate disrespect. We do respect the flag of whatever country we live in, and we show this respect by obedience to the country's laws. We never engage in anti-government activity of any kind. In fact, we believe that present human governments constitute an arrangement of God that he has temporarily permitted to exist. So we consider ourselves under divine command to pay taxes, tribute, and honor to such superior authorities. But why then, you may ask, do you not honor the flag by saluting it? It is because we view the flag salute as an act of worship. As if to say that every single Jehovah's Witness in this country does not bow down to this horrible, mind-altering cult, satanic cult in 25 Columbia Heights. Although we do not discourage others from saluting the flag, wait until you become a Jehovah's Witness. And you will be intimidated, you will be put up before their congregational committees, and if you question the authority of the Watchtower to literally rule your life, continually rule your life, then they will take your everlasting life away and shun you. They're family orientated. They get all the family to turn against that single individual. They don't have to kill you with a bullet. They can kill you with their actions. And plenty of people have died. This organization, for the last several years, have been putting out hundreds of millions and billions of magazines. And there's a high percentage of those magazines that are geared to seduce the children right out of their minds. Hundreds of thousands of children with articles like Youth's Greatest Opportunity. This is the August 15th, 1985 Watchtower announcing Jehovah's Kingdom. Wait until you Jehovah's Witnesses find out that there's that Jehovah's the name Jehovah doesn't mean what you really think it means. It came out of the imagination of Joseph Franklin Rutherford to solidify his power base after the 1916-1917 takeover of the Watchtower Society. Another magazine to awake, November 8th, 1986. What hope for today's youth? Well, there is no hope for the youth of Jehovah's Witnesses by remaining a good Jehovah's Witness. This is just a lead-in, folks, for Dr. Jerry Berman's The Mental Health of Jehovah's Witnesses. Studies. This is Rylander's investigation several years ago on Jehovah's Witnesses on page 32 of Jerry's book. Rylander concluded that the witnesses tended to be insensitive to or actually callous towards other human beings. This attitude was reflected in the belief that most of mankind will be mercilessly destroyed in the imminent Armageddon. This insensitivity and their harsh demands also extend to themselves and all other witnesses. One explained, according to Rylander, I do not pray for forgiveness of my sins because if I intentionally sin, forgiveness would be impossible. Another witness stated, it is impossible for a human being who has been faithful to Jehovah to have any sin. A teaching, interestingly, that the society has never held. Insensitivity to others was also illustrated in Rylander's observation that the Jehovah's Witnesses, in essence, feel little love for their neighbors, for they were not concerned with helping them, only with spreading their faith, nor did they concern themselves with Christian works of love as expressed in social reform activity. They believed that it was meaningless to try to change or even help with conditions in the old world because it was fully under the rulership and control of Satan. One witness told Rylander that the Bible shows that those who work for the state will fall and their world will soon be destroyed. The prophets of the Watchtower Brooklyn headquarters failed and failed to utter one truthful prophecy. And as you Jehovah's Witnesses watch this program, and I hope to God that there's enough of you taping this show, and then invite some of your neighbors that are Jehovah's Witnesses, or when you see some Jehovah's Witnesses on your block, invite them into your living room and play the Thomas Odatey explosion to them. They're one of the most isolated, pathetic people in this nation and in this community. They have been going door to door for generations, not lifting one finger to clothe or feed the homeless. They haven't gathered up anything for anyone except the Watchtower Society headquarters staff. The publishers have used these people to rake in hundreds, let me tell you, hundreds and millions, hundreds of millions, hundreds, billions of dollars over the years of tax-free money off the slave labor of their Jehovah's Witness followers. And that's not even a correct statement, because you publishers are not Jehovah's Witnesses in the Jehovah's Witness ideology frame of mind. Your servants, your slave. Michael Jackson's mama, Mrs. Gladys Jackson, stand up. I've been reading for the past several years where you're always spoken about as a devout Jehovah's Witness. He is a devout, God-honoring person. Get out of that cult organization. May the Lord bless you with your family being all together and unified. Relative to Rylander's judgment that the witnesses lacked emotion, he pointed out that their disdain of every measure affecting the emotions is reflected in the outward appearance of the sect members. His evaluation of the magazine spreaders who worked on the streets and in the marketplaces was that they stood somewhat emotionless with their placards around their hats or banded onto their stomachs fastened with ordinary cords. I only have several minutes. Another book that I want to bring to your attention is Cruel and Unusual Punishment by Dwayne McNana. The Kids Go to Work. The Sutton's life at hard labor right now under the guidance of their grandparents and their mother. Their mother has spent over 55,000 hours and wasted enough years of her life in this horrendously junk movement. If this happened to you, friends, if something like this happened to you in your family, what would you do? Give me a call. Thomas Odatey, 8033 Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles. We'll talk about this a little bit. My time is short right now, but we'll be back. I'll be back. This book is the Watchtower's assault, violation, and molestation of the minds of their adherents, in turn on the children. What is happening with my children, ages 5 and 7, is what happened to their mother and I when we were 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. I'm stopping it right now. Remember, everyone, it's voting time. Jehovah's Witnesses can be a great blessing to our nation. Vote. Even after the November 8th election, stand up again the next time around. Become a member of our society. If you're a citizen, vote. If you're a felon and you can't vote, get together and encourage others to vote. God bless you. Thank you for tuning me in.
It was awesome.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Thomas Odatey Explosion. In the movie Nostradamus, narrated by Orson Welles several years ago, the former astronaut Dr. Edgar Mitchell said this: "Change the events of the future. Since the future is the summation of our decisions made now that projects the future. When we do not like what we are seeing, and if we are aware of what those events will lead to, we simply change our minds on what we want. The future is determined by our decisions. Through great awareness, if we do not like the trend taking place, we change our minds and change the course of history. This program is the first program of its kind, focusing in on what I consider and other groups of people consider to be the most abused people, Jehovah's Witnesses. You might see them knocking on your door, fairly well dressed, clean car. They knock on your door. Hello. Says, my name is so-and-so, and we're calling in your neighborhood with the latest edition of the Awake or the Watchtower magazine, only for 25 cents. And then the December 8th, 1987 Awake, nearly 1 year ago, they have a beautiful little picture on their magazine. Over 12 million copies of this little magazine, printed in over 100 languages, distributed in over 200 countries. This is only one magazine of nearly and over 570 million magazines. With this article, who is watching our children? The working parent's dilemma. It all looks so fine, beautifully photographed. What they don't show you, at least not up front, is if you subscribe to this magazine, you are supporting an organization that teaches fear to question. You're supporting an organization that forbids its members to vote, to say even the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Any show of nationalism will be put down. Any show of independent thinking will be put down. Indirectly, it's forbidden. When you see grown men and women soliciting this cheap magazine, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Because I came out of this, what I call a satanic cult, I can speak about it with authority. Jehovah's Witnesses perform something like 20 hours a week service to the Watchtower. And as we will see in this book by Dr. Jerry Berman, I bought this about 2 weeks ago, September of 1988, The Mental Health of Jehovah's Witnesses by Dr. Jerry Berman, PhD, psychologist, who has spent years investigating Jehovah's Witnesses and helping them. Now he has published a book on up-to-date research on Jehovah's Witnesses. He says that all organizations open to the public will attract possibly a psychotic personality or somebody who isn't maybe all the way mentally balanced. But with Jehovah's Witnesses, those who go into the organization, every person, he says, will become mentally ill. On page 154, Dr. Berman says, some of the severe problems we have isolated which have caused emotional maladjustment and other problems are as follows. Repeated change of doctrine, believing one thing for a number of years and then being forced to believe another, abnormal attention over what many people would regard as minor concerns, such as it being a sin to call an information board a bulletin board, purchase a boat, a pleasure boat, etc. Many prohibitions in areas which are probably counterproductive and are in contrast to the norms of Western society, such as the prohibition of entering a rewarding career or going to college. 4. Immense social pressure to involve members in activities which are basically unrewarding and counterproductive, such as door-to-door sales of literature that is rarely read and often esoteric and unintelligible, as the Watchtower and Awake magazines. A high level of uniformed authoritarianism and a tendency to try to solve problems by condemning, criticism, and social pressure instead of more humane ways. Obviously, serious doctrinal problems which are apparent primarily to reasoning, well-read members or persons who are influenced by non-witnesses. These cause doubts, even depression. By the way, this book has a disturbing number of experiences of people who have committed suicide or killed family members of the depression of being a Jehovah's Witness. This is the first comprehensive study of mental problems with Jehovah's Witnesses ever produced, ever researched and published. The fear that the belief structure that one has based one's whole life on is wrong can be very traumatic. prophetic failures such as 1914 and 1975 and a string of a dozen or more others are examples. Jehovah's Witnesses, you must read at one time or another in Deuteronomy about the false prophet in the nation of Israel. It said, if the prophet says he speaks from God's word, and what he says comes true, hear that man. But if what the prophet says does not come true, do not fear him, do not be intimidated, take him outside the city gates, you have to, and stone him. Now, we don't stone people today with literal rocks and boulders, but there's other ways of ending this abhorrent catastrophe in your lives. This program, folks, my friends out there, is for Jehovah's Witnesses. Every single Jehovah's Witness, every single publisher, every single child of a Jehovah's Witness family. If you have a family member who's a Jehovah's Witness, tune me in. If you have a friend, a workmate who's a Jehovah's Witness, put on your VCR and make a copy of this show. The lack of rewards in the witness life and the encouragement and pressure to, in essence, serve someone else and relegate or totally sublimate one's own individual needs and goals. This has happened to my children's mother, all her family. This book says that every single Jehovah's Witness is mentally ill. And this is some of the reasons why. And the Watchtower Society does not give a damn about anyone they go around hurting. They don't give a damn about their members, and all they're doing to their members is relegating them into a life of servitude and slavery. And even my children's mother cannot deny the fact that her car, her clothes, her tires, her maintenance, for the most part, goes to support this habit of being a Jehovah's Witness, and that's what it is. What is happening to my children today, 5 and 7, is exactly what the Jehovah's Witness movement did to our folks and our lives as children. And this isn't my life or my children's mother's life. This is hundreds of thousands and millions of people. This is third and fourth generation people growing up, mentally handicapped, mentally abused. And the Thomas Odatey explosion is putting a stop to it right here and now. Pressures from the outside, which often create severe conflicts with society, like going door to door, and the bottom line, several bottom lines of a Jehovah's Witness when they come publicly to your door is they're condemning you into hell. They are condemning you into death. If you're not a Jehovah's Witness, you're dead. And if you attempt to tell them any other truth, if it's not from the Watchtower Society, you're a liar. If the government says anything, they're a liar. If anyone says anything other than the Watchtower Society, they're either missing the boat, they must follow the Watchtower Society, or they're complete liars. The Jehovah's Witness Watchtower movement, founded by Joseph Franklin Rutherford, came about in 1931 to solidify the power base of the Watchtower corporations in Brooklyn, New York, and 25 Columbia Heights. And to my knowledge, the organization is so rich with tax-free money and money that they've gotten from lying to all of their followers, beating their followers down, and also the Jehovah's Witness movement has left a catastrophe in the lives of those who have left it. They have ruined the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. So the lack of rewards, the pressures from the outside, they have been wanting Armageddon to come for generations. Even back in 1879 when they were founded, the original date, 1914, that Charlie Taze Russell came up with was a date to end the government of the United States of America, my government and yours. No more voting. Jehovah's Witnesses are forbidden to vote, forbidden to salute the flag. They call that idolatry. And I'm telling the Watchtower Society that you guys are all a bunch of liars. I wouldn't trust you with nothing. Prohibition against saluting the flag, military service, celebrating holidays, going to non-Jehovah's Witness marriages and funerals. 10. Status conflicts within the organization and the fact that the primary method to achieve status within the organization is through positions such as eldership or for self or spouse to pioneer. This is putting in over 90 or 100 hours a month in the sales work, selling these stupid magazines, like the Wake magazine, and selling 50-cent, $1.50 books. Excuse me. One of the books is the Book of Bible Stories. Now on page 116, over in the corner, it says, after you get done reading this to your children, it says, look in the corner, and there you'll find the Bible laying on the floor. Well, every Jehovah's Witness puts that Bible down sooner or later, and if they pick up the Watchtower Bible, I'm calling that a satanic book. And the cult of the Jehovah's Witness organization, I'm calling a satanic cult. And you should know better, publishers, because the last book of the Bible in the Christian vernacular is Revelation, or the Apocalypse. As far as I'm concerned, the Thomas Odatey explosion is the apocalypse of a Watchtower society. You want Armageddon, Watchtower? Tune in. The last book of Revelation, or the Apocalypse, is something for the Watchtower Society. Let's see, about taking away or adding anything to God's Word. In the last book it says, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. This is for the Watchtower. I'm reading this primarily for the publishers of the Watchtower and Awake magazine. Jehovah's Witnesses in 25 Columbia Heights, Brooklyn, New York. If any man shall add into these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. It says, blessed are they that do his commandments. Walk humbly with your God, love justice, love mercy, that they may have a right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates of the city. You'll find that the Jehovah's Witness movement got in a different way. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. And there is no bigger liars than the Brooklyn liars of the Watchtower Society, Jehovah's Witness, Joseph Franklin Rutherford movement, started by Charlie Taze Russell in 1879. Says, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. Let's get back to Berman's book. Status conflicts which cause mental illness within the ranks of Jehovah's Witnesses. Within the congregation, and the fact that the primary method to achieve status within the organization is through positions such as eldership or for self or spouse to pioneer. Thus, a great deal of competition, backbiting, criticism, etc. exists to achieve those positions, and then malice, envy, competition, resentment, etc. exists towards those who achieve them. Also, when you see Jehovah's Witnesses going door to door, where they can do such great service to our community, because of this quirk in their mind given to them by the Watchtower Society, all the cities are going to be destroyed, so why do anything to help clean the cities up? Why stand up to some problem in society when the problem is going to be soon destroyed? And that word soon is the catch-all for Jehovah's Witnesses, because soon this government and all society will be destroyed. Soon. Very soon. Very soon. You and I are not supposed to be here. That's a lie. Thus, a great deal of competition, etc. So resentment exists towards those who achieve them. Point 11 is poignant. It says boredom. The congregational meetings, 5 per week, are typically excruciatingly boring and witnesses because they are encouraged to take low-paying jobs, discouraged from working overtime, etc., are forced to live frugally with few luxuries and accept endless and ceaseless, boring, monotonous activities with the witnesses. Aside from the New World and the next Watchtower or Jehovah's Witness Assembly, few things exist that one can look forward to. The conflicts that becoming a Jehovah's Witness creates between neighbors, friends, and even families. These conflicts often cause much emotional turmoil. I came out of that, and I'm standing for everything this man is saying. From 1949 for the next 25 years and longer, with my children being influenced this way, I'm taking my stand against it. These conflicts often cause much emotional turmoil. When one becomes a witness, he or she must, in essence, drop his or her friends, and to some degree, involvement also often alienates the rest of the family from the new witness. Because Jehovah's Witnesses, and they even state this, everything I'm stating about Jehovah's Witnesses I can back up by their own printed word, School and Jehovah's Witnesses. When you give one of these magazine or book salesmen who peddle this literature for no profit to themselves, you're contributing hundreds of millions of dollars of tax-free money. Hugh Hefner pays money in tax. Bob Guccione pays tax. LA Times pays tax. But these publishers don't pay 1 penny tax, to my knowledge. And their profit comes out of the free will slave services of their members, i.e., my families. They don't salute the flag. Says even though we do not salute the flag of any nation, well, isn't that nice? And they go to prison in Turkey and Israel and other nations in the Middle East or the Far East. And the Watchtower Society doesn't give a damn about none of their members. And that fact has been thoroughly attested to for enough dozens of years. They liken the flag salute to idolatry, and yet their members bow down to the iron printing presses of the Watchtower Society. And the majority of these people are absolutely mentally ill and sick and depressed, i.e., my family. National anthems and school songs are forbidden. Higher education is forbidden. Independent thinking is forbidden. Holidays are forbidden. Let me ask you something, folks. If you were me, what would you do? And I've produced enough half-hour shows already, getting some very nice response. Some people are telling me I can go to hell, but that's really not the case, is it? What would you do if your children were isolated like this? In elementary school, they start out by not saluting the flag, by being isolated from holidays. They don't stand up and pledge allegiance to the flag or none of the national songs. And they're told that the school authorities, in essence, are just a bunch of liars, and the Jehovah's Witness kids are just going into the public school system to fill out some time until they get to be 15, 16, 18 years old. Oftentimes they quit school. I mean, why get a high school degree when all that's cut out for them is to be a janitor or some other person of a low-paying job like that. They're denied school activities, sports activities, holiday activities, national or community activities, because everyone is of the devil, according to them. Let's stand. We face our flag. We put our right hand over our heart. Do we have the flag in focus? Let's go. We put our right hand over our heart. I'm speaking to every Jehovah's Witness. I'm speaking to my children who are forbidden to salute my flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the Statue of Liberty, which was dedicated in October 28, 1886, says the new Colossus, not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land, here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities brain. Keep silent, keep ancient lands your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuge of your teeming shore, send please the homeless, pithas tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. World Jehovah's Witnesses, for the most part, are still wretched refuge from the watchtower society's teeming shore. Keep your storied pomp. Jehovah's Witnesses, this is Armageddon time for you. I'm talking to the publishers. See you next time. Running out of time. I need more time. God bless you. Keep you. As far as the publishers of the Watchtower Society is concerned, I pronounce upon you the end of the 1931 Joseph Rutherford Jehovah's Witness movement in the United States. One of the desires of my heart will be answered on that very day. You Jehovah's Witnesses in Brooklyn can call that day Armageddon. On that day, I'm proceeding to dissolve your corporate charters. If you want to scare a Jehovah's Witness, invite them into your home, lock the door, and then tell them you're disfellowship. They'll break your door down to get away. Or let them tune in to my show. We have a vast resource, folks, awaiting to be liberated. I love you. Stay tuned. tolerated 200 years ago. And 200 years ago, just upwards up until 1856, 1860, 1863. And Brother Hank Williams Jr. started reading about our Union General Meade and Sheridan and Butcher Grant. Read about the Battle of Coles Harbor in Alabama, I believe in Alabama, Coles Harbor. We sent 22,000 of our Union soldiers who were like 16, 17, 19-year-old kids to their death in one afternoon. And the only reason we won is because you Southern boys killed so many of our men. And you ran out of ammunition, and you got tired and thirsty. As for South Africa, a lesson to be learned from our Civil War, our American Constitution, our Bill of Rights, what we hold dear to us. We salute the flag. Stand up. Flag on says, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Kids, put your hands up to your heart. The United States of America. Let's get a picture of our flag there, please. Okay. And the republic for which it stands. This is a republic. The Soviet Union has approximately 15 republics in Russia. Russia is one of the republics, I believe. They have 15, and Russia may want the 16th republic to dominate over. But other countries may have their eyesight set one way or another on us. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, including Jehovah's Witnesses. Thank you. Mom, I love you. I'll have some flowers for you the next time at the next show. I miss you. I love you. You have two beautiful grandchildren, Jesse and Hosanna. on Saturday afternoons from 4 to 6
That was
p.m.
awesome.
Pacific time. And all the great folk music, your favorite music. And that's Nick Sinclair's Polka Party every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific
Okay,
time.
next I'm putting in this Chris Peterson home movie. Let's see how I do this.
After 06.101, you will see the parenthetical phrase
How y'all doing? My name is Christopher Kelly Peterman, and I'm sending this tape out August 30th to seek help and to see if I can get people to help me. Because I know it sounds funny, but I can prove what I'm saying, like I said, I can prove what I'm saying. That I am Jesus Christ, the Lord God Almighty. I'm the second return of Jesus Christ. I'm the third part of the Trinity. I'm the Holy Ghost. And this doesn't just deal with Jesus Christ. It deals with Emmanuel and Lucifer and Satan's in there and Paul and Mark, all kinds of people. It involves all my disciples, and all the holy angels. But if I can get help and if I can explain all this to the world and I can explain it to people, I can tell them where to go. Okay, then this man, he goes back 22 years ago, down here where I live in Gulfport, Mississippi. 22 years ago, this man named James E. Banks came down here to the coast and he told everybody down here and everybody around here that he was the angel in the Church of Philadelphia, sent here by God, that one day Jesus Christ would return from down here. He took donations. That's how he built his church. He didn't do it any other way. He never had a debt on the church. The church was built from the people. The people built that church. What I mean by built is the people paid for that church to be built. I don't need to bore y'all because I want y'all to go back and I want y'all to go through here and watch this movie. And in this movie, if I get across to you, if I tickle your little curiosity and you want to know, then what you're going to do is you're going to sit down and you're going to write me a letter. And at the end of this program, I'll leave my address. And at the end of this letter, y'all can sit down and write me a letter and offer me help. Because you got to remember, everybody that I help, I'm going to bless them too. You get to be a blessing first of all. Just be around me, but you'll cure all hunger on this planet. No more wars will be going on, no more deaths. A lot of people will get the Holy Ghost. And, it's a trap, I'll tell you. I can tell y'all, and in this program that I'm going to tell y'all where aliens come from. I'm going to tell y'all where phantoms come from. I'm going to explain to y'all Armageddon. I'm going to explain to y'all just how it all works, But 22 years ago, this man built this church down here, and that church is the church without spot or wrinkle. That's the angel in the Church of Philadelphia. So that's the Church of Philadelphia. Now, if you know the Bible, and you read the Bible, and you're really familiar with it, and when I say the Bible, I mean the King James Version. Okay? If you read the Bible, then you know that the angel in the Church of Philadelphia really is God Almighty. Okay? Because it tells you in Revelation that this man openeth the door and no man can shut it, and this man shutteth the door and no man openeth it.
They don't say flat out that the angel of the Church of Philadelphia is God Almighty. And that's just a mystery of the Bible that I'm telling the world right now. And if you watch and see, you would just wait and see and watch this program, and you'll see that I fix a lot of mysteries. You know, I cure every mystery. Every mystery in this world will be cured by the return of Jesus Christ. And you say, well, you don't look like Jesus. And the pictures that we have of Jesus, the way that we have to look at after Jesus is, you don't look like him. Well, I'm not Jesus of Nazareth. We are one because we're the Trinity and we're all three, we're one. But I had a good tape made up and all, but I just made too many mistakes in it, and I'm not starting off good with this tape either, but I'm just gonna see how it works. And shoot, I got 2 hours to blow, and in those 2 hours, I'll get it all out to y'all. I'll explain it all to y'all, and I'll give y'all the passages and the places in the Bible that you can look it up for yourself. I don't want you just to say, whoa, he says he's Jesus, I believe him. Well, if you do what the Bible says, then you'll try me. And I can show you where that's in the Bible. I'll show you where you can go and you can look up and you can check out all these places that I can tell you can look up. And sure enough, it'll say that. I know where it says in the Bible. That's the only thing that I've done right. Out of everything that I've done wrong, and I've done, look, just about everything there is wrong. I've done almost everything wrong. But out of everything I've done, the only thing that I did right was reading that Bible. That was the best thing that I've ever done in my life. No doubt. Because now I've got knowledge to back me up. Now people can't tell me that I'm wrong, and I just say, yes, no, you're wrong, because it says it in the Bible. They say, well, show me. Well, I don't know where it's at, but it's in the Bible. I can prove what I'm saying is right. And the way that I'm going to prove it, and the way that I'm asking you to help me, and the way that you could help me, is to put me on television. You don't even have to put me on television. If you think that I'm just this freak that wants to go on TV to make a statement to the world, you know, none of this is real, you don't even have to put me on TV. Just tell the world. They're not going to believe you. You know, you'll get... They probably won't even believe me when I tell them. But I'll come across and I'll tell them to look. You know, all you got to do is go try. Go and check this place and see if this place really does have the secrets to the Bible. Now that church that man built, he's dead now. But he's dead because it's my role. He played his role. Jesus of Nazareth played his role. He saved the world. He died on the cross. God Almighty played his role, angel in the Church of Philadelphia, because he came out here and he told everybody. He got all these people pregnant. All these kids come up now, like Emmanuel and Satan and Lucifer and me, and just everybody. You know, Paul. Maybe not Paul. I'm not sure about Paul and Timothy and Mark and those angels. But I know for a fact that Emmanuel. Matter of fact, Emmanuel's mom, they told me through school, I went to high school, they told me in high school that, their mama was told that they were going to bear a child and they were going to name him Emmanuel. And maybe when I heard it from Andrew, I heard it. They were going to name him Andrew. So you don't even know his prophecy, you don't know his faith. But just watch what I do, you know. I give out people's faith, you know. I show them their destiny. Just hear on this tape, you know. I'll show you millions of people's destiny, you know. And like, I'm just jumping subject to subject, but that's just like I might as well just start off and tell y'all where aliens come from, okay? Because that right there, I know that right there is probably the most. They want to know that the most. They probably don't believe me. But aliens come from the last two planets that life was lived on those planets. You know, people don't know life was lived on those planets. But now I'm telling the world right now, I'm showing the mystery to this universe. And I'm saying that life was lived on those two planets, just as life is being lived on Earth now. Okay? Their Jesus come back, whatever Jesus they had, their Jesus came back, and really their Jesus that came back on the last planet was God Almighty on this planet. Just as I'm going to be on the next planet, God Almighty, and my son and my children are going to be Jesus and Emmanuel and all that. Just as we're all God Almighty's kid on this planet. But I'm the Lord God Almighty. See, I make the next planet Mars. It says that God created everything, you know. So whenever I create the Earth on the next planet, you know, we've got the technology right now to make planet Mars a whole other planet Earth. It has too much moisture in the air, so the sun's got to be hotter for it in order for it to. It's going to take. They tell us it's going to take millions of years before it's enough planet Earth, but that's only because the sun has to be hotter. And I think the sun gets hotter daily, or minute by minute it gets hotter. I don't know. I'm not too smart in school, you know, I'm not too book smart. I failed school, I quit school, you know. But, you know, when it comes right down to it, I was raised in Satan's family, you know. I grew up under Satan on the last planet. Let me just explain that. Okay. God Almighty, who's God on this planet, who's overall on this planet. He on the last planet. Well, God Almighty is God on this planet. My so-called dad all these years, Pete Peterman. He was Satan on the last planet. Whenever God Almighty on this planet and Satan's father on this planet, on the last planet, God Almighty was playing the same role as me. He was playing the Lord God Almighty. And his brother was the same role as I'm playing now, who is my brother, who's one of my brothers. My so-called dad all these years was God Almighty's brother. And just as my brother Michael, who was Satan on this planet, James Michael, and it says James, the Lord's brother in the Bible. But Michael, who was Satan on this planet, on the next planet, he will be the Lord God Almighty's, who my son, me and my appointed wife, me and Edna Fernandez, we come together and we make a Lord God Almighty. Now I know I'm losing y'all, but I'm tired of this. I need to make a tape. And all you got to do is write me and leave your phone number, and I'll call you up on the telephone. Now, I'm telling you, I'm going to explain to y'all why I need help, and why I need help today, right now. I mean, I can't express to y'all enough about getting out a piece of paper and writing me a letter. It don't have to be a big letter. It don't have to say much in the letter. Just tell me your name, you know, tell me, just write your phone number if you want to, you know, and send it to me. My breathing's real bad right now. Smoking all that marijuana, that's what it is. Just because plus I have asthma all my life, and I'm just been overweight all my life. Just stick by me. Hey, give me a chance. Give me a chance. Try me. Do exactly what the Bible says. Try me. You know? I'm not coming off as David Crush. I'm not having sex with little girls. I'm not doing all this. Now, I'm not saying David Crush was wrong. He was wrong, okay? I'm saying it now. David Crush was wrong, okay? But David Crush was not Jesus Christ. David Crush, did y'all hear him? I heard it, and I knew when he was doing it. I knew this now. When he told the world, now I heard this. So the world can't tell me that he didn't say this, because I heard it plain as that. He told the world, this was him blowing his trumpet. He told the world, he goes, look, I'm either the return of Jesus Christ or the last sign of the return of Christ. Well, there you go. That was him blowing his trumpet. I'm not saying David Chris was right. He shouldn't have been doing all that. But I am saying this also, that David Chris is going to heaven. He is going to heaven. Because he was a false prophet, you know. He said he talked to God. Well, look, you know, it sounds funny, but I've talked to God. You know, I've talked to him. He didn't talk back to me. But he was there. He was in my head, and he was talking to me in my head. And, you know, it's called a prophecy. I've had prophecy. Look, I know that I'm God. There is no doubt in my mind, you know. And if you love my life, and you loved me, and you went through all the trials and tribulations that I've had in my life, you know that I was God too. You know it, man. There would be no doubt in your mind. And I can prove what I'm saying is right. Because like I was saying, the angel of the church of Odatey, he's really God Almighty. Okay? He's got a tower of heaven. He had a tower of heaven. Now he's dead. But he had a tower of heaven. And with that tower of heaven, he got all the secrets to the Bible. And he recorded on video sermons all the secrets to the Bible. And he tells you who I am. He tells you who Jesus is. He tells you who Emmanuel. Excuse me. He tells you who Emmanuel is. I'm telling the world, but he will verify what I'm saying. That's fact when you hear it from him, you know. And see, the way it will work is that you'll hear that I'm Jesus, and you'll hear all this, and then from there, we'll find out where the other 6 churches are in Revelations, and then we'll go and we'll check those churches and see if they really are churches of God and churches of God that are the churches in Revelations. And see, then, once you find out who those churches truly are, then that means that this man really is the angel of the Church of Philadelphia. And that means that he really is God. It says in the Bible that nobody knows who God is but the Son, and nobody knows who the Son is but the Father. So I'm telling the world right now that he is God Almighty. He's dead now, but he's already done his chores on the planet. Now it's up to me to do my chores. It's all up to me to do my working. And that's judging the world. That my Father did on the last planet. He judged everybody on the last planet. I'm judging everybody on this planet. Let me tell y'all where aliens come from. I started to tell y'all this, but I got sidetracked. Aliens on the last 2 planets, everybody that went to hell, which will be as the sand of the sea on this planet, everybody that went to hell on the last 2 planets, their Jesus gave them an escape from hell. Just as I'm a catch-22, you see. I can do something. I can do anything I want to do. Anything. Whether it's right by our laws or whether it's right by anything. It'd be right by God. It might not be right by God, but it will be okay by God. I might get chewed out for it. But he will forgive me for it. Okay? Because see, I'm the Godhead myself. I'm the head of the celestial hierarchy. Okay? And since I'm the head of the celestial hierarchy, I can't go to hell. I cannot go. I might have to taste a little bit of hell, and I might have to walk through hell, but I will not have to ever go to hell. I could, look, I don't want to hurt nobody. One day, whenever I become God and the world starts to recognize me as God, then steps will be taken down. You know, you say, I'm just telling you right now that death is a part of your life, and everybody's got to face that. And you've got to live up with this. We're talking about the meaning of life. We're talking about everything in life right now. Death is a part of life, okay? But really and truthfully, if you think about it, and if you know what I know, you really will find out that you will live forever. You will live for the rest of life. And that lives forever, man. You will never die. Okay, your body might die, but your soul will still be on this planet. And your soul has every feeling that your body has. It's the truth, you know, I'm telling the truth. Look, hey, as long as you stick by the facts, and as long as you believe and you tell the facts, and you tell what's true, and you go by the facts, you will never lose. I don't care what anybody says. I will never lose, man. I can argue a fence post about this, because I'm telling you now that I am right, people. All you have to do, look, all you have to do is try me. I'm not out to hurt nobody. I don't want to damage anybody's life. I don't want to damage anybody's soul. I don't want to do a single thing. The only thing that I want to do is I want to get out to the world where to go and what to do to get all the secrets of the Bible. Because right now, I'm on a road to failure. And there's no doubt about that. Okay? Right now, my body, and that is the church without spot and wrinkle, all the members to that church, all the true members, on my body. I'm the head of the celestial hierarchy within the body. Okay, so, me and those angels, okay, the church, those angels are jealous of my inheritance in life. That's what the Bible says. And I'll prove that. I'll show this word, and you can go read it for yourself. But those angels are jealous of my inheritance in life. They're jealous of me. Okay? But who's blessed more? Am I blessed more? Or are those angels blessed more? God is a part of my name. So I'm blessed more. There's no doubt in the world. I'm God, man. There ain't no doubt. I'm blessed more. Sorry about that. The electricity went out. And since the electricity went out, turn off the electricity and that cut off the camera. So, we're doing a lot of road work on Highway 49 right now. And like I say, if you want to go and you want to check this church out without helping me first, you can go to this church and you can check it out. I don't want you to show them this film. But you can, if you're hard up about it and you've got to do stuff, then you can show them this film too. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. But anyway, who's blessed more? Okay? Now I'm going to tell y'all how to become angels in this film. There's so much that I have to tell y'all. It's hard for me to tell all y'all. I've got stuff written down. I've got a bunch of pages written down of all the different stuff that I need to tell y'all. But I've just got to explain it to you. I've got to babble, you know. I've got to explain it to y'all. And once I get it all out to you, you'll understand, and you can go back and watch this time and time again. And I want you to go back and watch this until you can remember it yourself. Until you can pronounce it and you can say all this to yourself. Or out loud to anybody. You can explain it to anybody. We were talking about them holy angels up there. Who's blessed more? You know, I'm blessed more because I'm God. But really right now, I'm not God yet. I am God. And if I die tomorrow, I'm still God, and I'm still God Almighty. And I'll still be recognized as God. Okay? But when it comes right down to it, who's blessed more? Me or those angels? Well, them angels are blessed more right now because they're angels. I'm not an angel right now. See, I could be an angel right now, and I wouldn't have little wings pop up on me. I wouldn't have that. That's just all fiction, you know? That's all fiction. That's all. Angels look just like we do. A regular human look like a lot of psychiatrists. A lot of psychiatrists are angels, you know? There's no doubt about that. And I'm gonna teach y'all what angels are and how. May as well do it now, really. But see, angels. When you become an angel, you're no longer of this world. You are not of this world. You're more than an average person. The reason why you're more than an average person is because you can touch somebody and you can hear what they think then. That's just like on the psychics that you hear on TV. A A lot of those are angels. Of course, they're using it for the wrong reason, and they're not going to get blessed for this. They're going to get cursed for it. But when they touch you, they'll ask you about anything they want to know. They go, well, do you have a boyfriend? And you think to yourself, I have Eric as my boyfriend, or I have Gail as my girlfriend. And they hear what you think. They say, oh, well, I'm getting something now. I hear a Jeff. And people go, wow, man, how did you know that? Well, see, what they did is they just read your mind, you know? It's a trip, you know? It's a trip. But hey, you stick by me and you help me out, and I guarantee I can prove everything that I'm saying. Matter of fact, I've got to do it now, because those holy angels up there are all against me. They're all out to do damage to me. And what's the ultimate damage? The ultimate damage is death. And see, if I don't come back, and if I die before I come back, and before I tell the world this, then who's going to be blessed more, me or those angels? Well, those angels will be blessed more, because they didn't recognize me as God. And so do you understand what that means? The only thing that means is that those angels will not ever have to bow to me. Okay? But everybody else on this planet will have to bow to me. Because I own you. You know, and I determine your fate, and I determine everything about you. Even if I fail, I still do that. Even if I fail, you still have to bow to me. But the fact of the matter is that UFOs do come from there, and that's a fact. That's pure fact. And they're here to show us that this world is not a material world, that this world is a magical world. That's the only reason why they show themselves to the public. They know that they're doing that. They're not stupid. They're smarter than we are right now. Smarter than most of us are right now, anyway. Because they're up in the atmosphere. They know the secret to gravity. But wait a second. The secret to gravity, wait a second. Gravity is no more than a material thing. But wait, this world is not a material world. This world is a magical world. Magical things happen in this world that's just unbelievable. Unbeknownst to how that happened. I hope that you can stand having this shitty tape like I'm making up right now. I mean, I'm talking about so much different stuff, and I'm losing myself, and I'm forgetting what I'm saying. But I'm telling you now that I'm not the smartest person in the world. You know, I'm very smart on on common sense, but on book sense, I'm not smart. The holy angels are out to do damage to me, and the way they do damage to me is that I can just be talking to somebody and see their angels. And when you become an angel, you can lay down and relax. And you get the Holy Ghost. Your soul will leave your body. That's the reason why they have vacuum-sealed, airtight rooms. Okay, once your soul's out of your body, your soul can go anywhere it wants to go. And the human eye can't see it unless you're an angel. If you're an angel, that's how you can tell if somebody's an angel. But if you're an angel, you can see that ghost. But you can see that soul floating around. But if you're not an angel, then you can't see that. Okay? And what happens when they become an angel? Well, what they do is they go in your ear. And they suggest stuff to your brain. And you think that's the common person just thinks that that's what they're thinking. You know? But that's other angels, and that's other people coming in your mind and thinking for you, you know? And like, for instance, everybody since Jesus of Nazareth that was here on this planet, they're still here. They're dead, but they're still here on this planet. Everybody that's died since Jesus of Nazareth, it's called the millennium. Everybody that's died since Jesus of Nazareth is still here on this planet. They're waiting to be judged now by me. Okay? And that's the reason why they tell you to live a Christian life. As long as you're good and as long as you live by the way the Bible says to live, you can tell those evil spirits to leave your body, and they will leave. I'm telling you, I need help. I need help, and I need help today. I need help. I need help yesterday. I needed help yesterday. Okay? I need help as soon as I can. As soon as I can get a copy or anything. As soon as I find out that I'm going on television. Whoever writes to me first. And I'm going to keep sending this tape out until somebody helps me. And if nobody helps me after I send this tape out time and time and time and time and time again, then I'm just going to make another tape. And I'm going to keep doing it, man. I'm going to keep doing it until somebody helps me. Until somebody does exactly what the Bible says to do. You know, and to try me. It ain't hard, you know. You're doing exactly what the Bible says for you to do. And the Bible is the key and the thing to show us how to get into heaven. It's not just the Ten Commandments. You can go to hell just by not following the Ten Commandments. If you don't follow that Bible the way the Bible says to be followed, you will go to hell. There is no doubt in the world about that. And don't think for 1 second that you can't make one simple mistake. One mistake that you were even looking out for the best of somebody else. Best interest for somebody else. And you can still go to hell. Just like that. Don't nobody need to think that they can't go to hell. Okay, talked about 22 years ago. Explained to y'all about my dad, my so-called dad all these years, and God Almighty, on the last planet, they were together, on the last planet, and they were brothers on the last planet. And God Almighty on this planet, well, on the last planet, he was Jesus Christ, just as I am on this planet. And just as my brother is on this planet, Michael, who is Satan. On the next planet, my brother Michael, he will be the father to another Jesus Christ, Lord God Almighty, and to another Satan. And then, Jesus Christ, just like I am, I'm the son of perdition. I'm the son of hell. So, and my father, he was Satan on the last planet. He's not even Satan on this planet. My father's lived a pretty good life, and my father's been the only man out to help me, you know. He don't like what I'm doing. He don't like one bit, but he's been out to help me. But who would like it? You know, he's got a bad role. But see, what my dad don't understand is that if I don't come back, you think his role's bad now? You just wait and see. Love God. That's all I'm asking. Just love God. You don't have to help me. You don't have to do anything. I hope and pray that you will. But anyway, the reason why I need help, and the reason why I need help yesterday, is because I already needed help. I need help as soon as possible. The first letter I get is the first letter I'm going to go to. And the first letter that I may respond to. I will respond to it. But all those angels, all those holy angels, they're out to get me. They're out for me to fail. They don't want me to be blessed more than they are. So they have to bow to me. They don't want that. Which that's understandable. I understand where they're coming from. But you must understand that I want them to bow to me. I don't want them. I want them to bow to me. Shit, I'm another God, and not only that, but I'm another God Almighty. I want them to bow to me. Shit. So what's the ultimate curse? The ultimate curse is death. Okay? Well, see, they can't go and take a gun and just blow my brains out. One person take a fall, and one person get chewed out by God and just kill me. They can't do that. They've got to kill me in a way that they don't seem responsible for me dying. That I die naturally. And the way that they do that is that they give me AIDS or something like that. See, I was raped. You know, they tore me up, they fucked me up, they got me tore up on drugs, and they give them to me. I knew that they were giving them to me, but they just had never done this to me. They were supposed to be my friends. But see, one of them, his name is Darren Fox, one of them was atheist. And he told And he told his friend, Owen, that a long time ago he talked to God. So see, I knew that he was an angel of God. I knew that he was a phantom, and that he was here to send people to hell. But it didn't dawn on me that he was out to kill me. I thought they were just, I didn't know that the ultimate curse was death. I didn't know they were going to be out to kill me. It makes sense, it makes perfect sense, but I just didn't think they were going to kill me. Anyway, they raped me, and they all had AIDS. So what do you think? Should I have AIDS? Yeah, I should have AIDS. I don't know. But see, if I come back, and if I don't come back quick enough, then I can get out to the world, and I can get all those secrets that are in the Bible. Get them out to the world, and once I get the secrets out to the world, then from there, our government has all the technology and all the secrets. They're holding secrets. That one day when Jesus Christ returns, they will give them to Jesus. And see, once I show the world that I'm truly him, then I will demand, I will get those secrets, whether they hand them to me or not. I'll take them, or I'll get them. There'll be enough people behind me. There'll be enough people to help me. There's no doubt. Once I become an angel, see, if you help me, then I can help you become an angel, you know? I can make you an angel. I can't personally, not right now, I can't make you an angel until I become an angel. Once I become an angel, though, I can make you an angel. I can make you like no other person. I can make you be able to read people's minds. Be able to hear what they think. But see, when it comes right down to it, you know how Jesus fed millions of people with just a loaf of bread? Well, see, everybody can do that. Not just Jesus of Nazareth, everybody can do that. It's just like all healing people and doing all that. Everybody can do that once they hear what the curing people are. All those, it's gonna make a state of chaos. That's what it's gonna do. If y'all don't have me come back and y'all just let it all roll the way it wants to roll, then y'all aren't gonna get a secret. Y'all aren't gonna get away off planet hell. Planet Earth, which is soon to become hell. Now let me explain to you how hell is going to be made. It all depends now. Either years down the line, well, it's years down the line in which way it goes, but one day, after everybody's been more or less judged and everybody's ready for hell or ready for heaven, after all that's been said and after all that's been done, these angels, which are up there in that church, they will be shown how to become giants. Okay? And once those angels are shown how to become giants, what are they going to start doing then? They're going to start stomping this earth. Okay? They're going to start stomping it just like a wine press. Just like it says in the Bible. Hey, everything I say is from the Bible. It ain't just me. They're going to stomp this planet just like a wine press. And kill everybody. And crush everything. Smash up everything. Make it where it's just trash. It looks just like a war, man. We watch war happen in Sarajevo and places like that. Look at the way war looks, and that's the way planet Earth's going to look. People are going to be running for their lives, you know. Shoot. It's going to be a lot more critical than that. But just help me, man. I need help. I'm getting sick of doing this. I'm getting sick of talking like this. I'm sick of all this bullshit that I have to go through. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't realize all the shit that I don't tell everybody this. I'm ready for what is right for me. I'm God, people. I deserve more than what I'm getting right now. I own everything. I own you. You say, yeah, right. Sure you own me. Well, we'll just see. We'll see, man. You ain't got to help me. You don't have to. You know, you can blow it off. But you're not a friend of mine. Once I find out that you didn't help me, and then once I find out that you did not try, that you did not send me a letter, and you did not do it immediately, then I'll use that as a curse. I'll use that to curse you with. And I may very well send you to hell for it. You know? Don't think that you can't do one simple thing and go to hell. Don't think that, because you can. Matter of fact, let me explain to you the way Satan becomes Satan. Satan used to be a holy angel too, okay? me and Satan, me and my brother Mike, we walked into this room where God Almighty was sitting. And God Almighty, who was our Father, he said, look, hey, I'll tell y'all what. Let me explain to y'all what I'm going to do. We're going to go and we're going to live another life and we're going to learn the difference between bad and good. And on this planet, I want to make it where absolutely anything you can imagine, anything you can comprehend, and anything you can think about can come true. And my brother goes, whoa, wait a second, God. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, because if you do that, then they won't need you anymore. And he said, for that, you're Satan, and you'll be Christ. Shit. So don't think that you can't make one simple mistake and go to hell. I mean, look what Satan was doing. Satan was looking out for God. He was saying, look, hey, man, don't do this, God. Don't do this. Because if you do this, then you're going to make it where nobody needs you anymore. And that's the truth, man. And when it comes right down to it, he's right in a lot of ways, but you're always going to need God. That's a fact. You're always going to need God. I mean, you could always have it so much better if you had God. That's just like everybody that goes to hell and everybody that goes to heaven. The people that go to heaven, they just have no more chores. They don't have to do no more work. They learn the difference between good and bad. Now they don't have to do nothing else. Everybody that goes to hell, it's going to be just like Star Trek on TV. I mean, exactly, man. And I bet you those people that created that show had a cow with God. It's going to be exactly like Star Trek on TV. Exactly. To the very T. And they're going to circle around this galaxy, and time and space is never ending. That's what Metallica says. And Metallica, now get this. Metallica are the Phantom Lords. Okay, now you want to hear something funny? They're the Phantom Lords. James Hetfield, the lead singer to Metallica, he is the third horseman holding the scales. See? Metallica are that judgment hammer. See, they judge the world. If you like Metallica and you go out and you buy Metallica CDs or you go out and you buy stuff from Metallica and you listen to it and you jam it, you know, you can kiss your ass goodbye because you are going to hell. There's no other doubt. There's no other thought to that. You are going to hell. No doubt. Because that's their only role here on this planet. They're here for no other reason but to make good music. It's just like offering baby candy for a baby. Come on, son, follow me. Walk up to my car and I'll give you a piece of candy. Kid don't think about it. Kid don't know any better. You know. So what does he do? He walks over there. Get in my car and I'll give you a piece of candy. You know. I'll give you another. That was good, wasn't it? Yeah. That kid's going, hell yeah, that was good. Give me another one, you know. Well, get in my car and I'll give you another one. Kid's no problem. He gets in the car, man. That's just the way God did it. And I'm not saying James Hetfield is God, but James Hetfield is a God, you know. He's the God of failure, though. Just like his music. Go buy his music. Don't listen to it, but go buy his music. Metallica. Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, and Metallica. Okay, go buy those CDs. Buy CDs because you get a little book with it, you know, that tells you all the words to the song. Don't listen to this music, because this music's evil, and this music will send you to hell. And don't think for a second that it won't send you to hell, and don't think for a second if you start liking that music because you're listening to it for me, that I won't send you to hell, because I will send you to hell I'll send you to hell for just about anything. And don't nobody need to doubt me. Don't nobody need to say, no, he won't. And look here, if you don't help me, it's going to damage me too. If you don't help me, it's going to damage me. First of all, those holy angels will never have to bow to me. That's enough damage right there. That's more damage than I want to feel. Okay? All those holy angels won't have to bow to me. The technology and the knowledge that I'll have as being God won't be as good as it would be if we all set off on the course and we're all for the best interest of ourselves and for God, for me. If we were all out for the best interest of me, then I could make y'all like gods yourself. The better y'all are, the better I will be. Okay? There's no doubt about that. The better I make the people illustrate who God is, the better I will love. But see, all these miracles and all these blessings and all this stuff that you get and that everybody can do, like feeding armies with just a little bit of bread, nobody's supposed to do that. Okay? You're not supposed to do that. You don't do that, people. Because this is something for God to do. And once you do it, then you take away from the glory that God has. Because God isn't as much as he seems like he should be. Don't get me wrong. God is a part of my name. God is my life. And there ain't no way that nobody can get around it. You can deny me. You cannot show me this. You cannot write me. And the fact will still remain that I'm still God. And that you are my disciple. I just won't be as good as I could have been, you know. I'll still be God, you know. I'll still be good, and not only will I be God, but I'll be another God Almighty. Okay, now I'm going to go through here and now I'll pretty much explain to y'all the basics to it. Let me explain to y'all about Metallica. See, on the first album, Kill 'Em All by Metallica, on the bottom of the first page, you look and you see a C, my initials, C and a P. C with a circle around it and a P with a circle around it. Well, that C with the circle around it stands for Creeping Death. And on their page, on their Kill 'Em All album, they put Creeping Death music. Well, I used to be mad at Metallica, but now I've learned that Metallica didn't do nothing more than just lie to the public again. And C is that C with the circle around it is even on my Bible. Okay? So there's no way that you can get away from creeping death. There's no way. It's even on my Bible. It's on everything. So that C with the circle around it stands for creeping death, and that P with the circle around it stands for Metallica. Well, Metallica stands for the Phantoms. So everybody that has a P with a circle around it is a phantom, and they're going to a whole nother heaven than what the people that follow the Bible are going to. Matter of fact, they're losers and they're failures. You think God's fair? Well, God is fair, but when it comes right down to it, people that are trying to go to heaven and trying to go to the Bible heaven, if they're not following the Bible by 155%, then they're going to hell. There ain't no doubt about it. You know, the Bible is a hard book to follow. It's not really driven. It's not a hard book to follow. It's really plain and simple. It's just bare facts. Okay. So everybody that has a P with a circle on it, they're going to a whole nother heaven. Unless they've done something that's just unforgivable, and then they'll go to hell. It's pretty unfair, because people that go and they follow the Bible and they want to go to heaven, they're not going to heaven, but people that don't follow the Bible and don't have no interest in going to heaven, and don't really care, don't really probably believe it, they won't feel the pain that some people will feel. You understand what I'm trying to get at? Like Area 51, about the UFOs and stuff. All that technology and all that knowledge will all become ours. You know, we will all get this knowledge. We will all become gods, and we will all find out all the mysteries to everything, every mystery on this planet will show itself. Slowly. It will surely slow itself. I think I said that right. You know what I'm trying to get at. Hey. Well, 12 years ago, I'd say about 1984, I started hearing these prophecies, and I started having people tell me stuff that I didn't understand. You know, like Ed and Willie. Ed is my appointed wife, and me and Ed are going to come together, and we're going to make another Lord God Almighty. Okay? We're going to make another Jesus Christ, just like I am, Lord God Almighty. Okay? I've got pictures of all these people, and I can explain it all a lot to you if I was in person. But it's cool. Hey, it ain't no problem. And this will work. This will work. So it ain't no problem. It's just, it's sloppy. It's not as good as I want it to be. But it's okay. You know. Now you get to realize that on this tape that I've given roles to millions of people. I've shown them that they're going to hell or they're going to heaven. And that's just like, let me do it again. Okay, let me show you another way to millions of people's rolling for life and showing you their destiny. If you're Catholic, you can kiss your ass goodbye. Because you don't read the Bible. And if you read the Bible, you don't follow what the Bible says. And this is only if it says it in the Catholic Bible. But it says in the Bible that you are to call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. And what do? They call their preacher father, and they go to their preacher for punishment. Well, I'll tell you what you can do. You can go to your preacher for him to save you from hell. Well, let him save you from hell. You don't put so much energy into going to a Catholic church. You can't even follow what's written in their own Bible, man. So I'll tell you what. You go and you let your preacher save you from hell. You love him more than you love God. So you go let your preacher save you from hell. Shit. You watch and see them Catholic churches are going to start showing up empty. You know? Ain't no joke. You know, like Pope John Paul is a false prophet. There ain't no doubt about it, you know? He's going to heaven. He is going to heaven. But he's a false prophet, you know? Shoot, people treat Pope John Paul just like he's God. There ain't no doubt in the world. People bow to him. There ain't no doubt. Shoot, you ain't supposed to bow to nobody but to God. Or to Emmanuel. I will make it where you have to bow to Emmanuel. But Emmanuel has to bow to me. Put your phone number when you write it. Put your phone number in there, because I'll make all collect. This is a magic plan, material plan. At age 12, that's when I told you I started hearing all these prophecies. Started hearing people tell me that their parents talked to God. Well, I got jealous in that one day that they were going to meet Jesus. Well, see, I didn't realize that they had already met him and they were talking about meeting me. I didn't realize that. I was jealous because my family didn't talk to God. But when you become 12 years old, you become accountable for life. Okay? You can then go to hell or you can then go to heaven. Okay? Alright, now let me go back to the making of hell. When all those angels have all the secrets to bind, boy, and they come, and some of the secrets and some of the miracles, which Mr. Banks can put out, but some of the miracles of like how to become giants, and they start stomping this planet, okay? Okay, well, the rubbish will start happening, you know, the planet will just die. Everything on this planet will start dying when this planet will get stomped. Well, to the people that are alive and the people, those giants stomping the planet, the world's going to say, man, what happens if those giants stomp those nuclear bombs? You know, we've got enough power right now to blow up this planet like 22 times, you know? Well, if those giants stomp them bombs, then those bombs are going to go off, you know? So what they're going to do is they're going to send them to the sun. And when you send them to the sun, what is that? That's FFF, fuel for fire. Now see what I'm doing now? I'm doing exactly what the Bible says, and I'm making the sun blackened. I'm making the sun black right now. Because the sun is no longer your friend. Your sun is your enemy. That's the reason why people are going to be hiding under stones and hiding under rocks to get away from the sun. The sun is the hell, and the sun is the fire. And when them nuclear bombs go up to that sun, all it's going to be is fuel for the fire. It's just going to make the sun hotter. What is the sun? The sun is a big ball of energy. The sun is a battery. Okay? The sun is a big ball of energy. Okay? What are nuclear bombs? Nuclear bombs are huge amounts of energy. Well, you put that energy together and it just gives you more energy. It just gets hotter. And if this isn't true, and this isn't the honest to God's fact, then why don't we send all the trash to the sun? You know, why don't we do that? If it won't make it hotter, people, if you know it all and you're crazy, I'm crazy, then why don't we send all the trash to the sun? Well, my uncle says that we're just too lazy. we're just too stupid that we don't care enough about life. And we're just too lazy to do it. I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. Okay, so I explained to you about having AIDS and explained to you about there. I've never been tested, but you know, everybody else had AIDS, so I don't see why I wouldn't have it. You know, I don't look like I've had it, but if I come back and I become a god and I find out the secret to life before this AIDS catches up to me, then this AIDS means nothing to me. I told them that I could cure AIDS, and that's the reason why they raped me. One of them wanted me to rape me, and those holy angels were in my ear telling this to me, and then I say it out loud because my son, my mind said it. I didn't really mean it, you know, but I do mean it. I thought I can cure AIDS. It ain't no problem to it. I can cure AIDS. The only thing is that I've got to show the world that I'm God first, and that they've got to give me all the technology and all the secrets to the Bible. And you say, well, how will they make you a God, Chris? Well, 12 years ago, like I was saying, when I was a kid, when people started telling me about all these prophecies and all about this life, part of life, and about seeing God one day in their life, I forgot what I was talking about now. That really sucks there, because that was pretty important what I was saying to say. But look, just help me. Help me, people. And that was important what I was just going to say, and I don't fucking forget what I was going to say. Excuse my language. I'm telling people just as Noah told people. He's saying, hey man, there comes a flood. There's coming a flood. I'm telling you, if you help me build this boat, I'll save you from the flood. Okay? I'm telling the world right now that, hey, I remember what I was going to say now. And 12 years ago, they would tell me all these secrets of the Bible, not secrets of the Bible, but all these things that would just be secrets for me to go on, for me to figure out for myself that I was God, and for them to sooner enough tell me. Anyway, they told me that there would be a movie that come out that would describe my life and describe how they made me a God. And they were talking about God, and they would talk about me having the stereo. You know what I'm saying? God and the stereo? Come on, you know, please. But if there is a stereo, that's really a computer, you know, and that will make me smart. Go watch the movie The Lawnmower Man, okay? Jeff Fahey, he plays the role of me. He plays the role of God. That's how they will make me. And see, all I've got to do is ask Jeff Fahey where that place is at. And I can go and I can get all this knowledge for myself. I don't need nobody's help. If they're going to do this for me and they're going to deny me, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get this knowledge and I'm going to get it whether anybody helps me or not. Well, if nobody helps me, then I can't get it. Then I'll just die. It ain't my loss. It ain't my problem. It ain't no problem to me whatsoever. So, you do it any which way you want to do it, and we will see who's right, and we will see who's wrong, and we will see who laughs last. Because you remember that even though I'm God, even though I've got AIDS, if I die, I'm still God. I'm still God, and Mr. Banks is still going to have them tapes that says that Chris Peterman is God. He's still, and I'll just be dead then. Look. You go watch that movie Lawnmower Man, and you go watch that movie, and that movie may even be Area 51. That may be the technology of Area 51. Whenever you learn magic and whenever you become hypnotized, see, I just told you, just then, I already told you. But I just told you how to become an angel. And whenever you become an angel, you can make mountains move, you can make trees move. That's what tastes sweet in the mouth and bitter in your stomach. The reason why it tastes sweet in your mouth is because you can read people's minds. So reading people's minds, you can find out your true friends. You can make trees move, you can make plants move, you can make money disappear, you can make anything disappear, and you can make it appear in another place, and you can just, you're not of this world. You know, you are an angel. The reason why it tastes bitter in your stomach is because you learn that if everybody had this power, you learn that the technology that we have on this planet and the way of life that we've lived so long on this planet will not work. For instance, see, your body has an aura all around it. And if you take money, you say you have $2,000 in money, and you rub your hands and you blow on that money, you're putting your aura all on that money. Say you go into the bank and you deposit it into the bank and you get your receipt, says you just deposited it, and everything's done and you're through with the bank and you turn around and you walk out the bank. When you get around the bank, you can reach in your pocket and pull that money right back out. Why pay for something when you can go to the store? See, everybody should have, God should provide for everybody all their needs of life. Food, your food, everybody should grow their own garden, keeping them fit. Keep your own food coming in. But God should provide for everybody. Everything they need. They need medicine. Everybody needs this. It isn't just poor people or rich people. Everybody needs this. Everybody should have this. It's just like Star Trek on TV. People, I'm telling you the truth. Okay, now I've went through here and I've explained. I haven't explained it all, just like I haven't explained. Look, you want to hear a trip. Now this is a trip, and I can't prove this, and I don't know for a fact, but I'm telling you now that if you look into this, you will find miracles, or you will find cures to maybe AIDS, or cures to life. There's something with this. Might not be good, it might be evil, but there's something with this. When you've been wearing shoes all day and you're sweating, and you've been sweating all day, and you come home, man, you kick off your shoes, you take off your socks, and it feels so good. Well, what do? The first thing I do, first thing I think anybody does that's really, truly tells the truth about it, is they reach down there and they pull all the grit out from in between their toes. And what's the first thing you do? When you don't even realize it, you're just doing it because your body's telling you to do it, What's the first thing you do? The first thing you do is you smell your fingers. You just got that toe jam all over your finger, and now what are you doing? You're smelling them. There's something with that, people. I'm telling you now. There's something with that. Like, I know guys that they eat their own shit, man. They take a shit, and then they go put it in this machine, and they eat that shit. But it might be the cure to AIDS. You never know, You never know. I'm telling you, there's something with this. There's something with this, people. It ain't just me. What happens when you sweat? I know a dude that whenever he sweats, he reaches underneath his arm and pulls off sweat and smells his finger, And it's kind of gross, man, but it's not gross. It's just something that you should do in your own time. Everybody does it, I believe, It's just something that you should do in your own time. You shouldn't do it in front of people. That's just like beating your Peter, man. Everybody does it. But you shouldn't do it in front of people, You should do it, and if you do it in front of somebody, it should be a close friend, or it should be somebody that you're sharing with that experience with. Well, that's a fact. That's a fact, and I just told you, it could be the cure to, who knows? Who knows what all this could be a cure to? That's just like, for instance, making minotaurs and centaurs and half horse and half human. Well, has it ever dawned on the world, why don't you put human sperm into cows? And if you put a certain amount of human sperm into a cow, it's going to make, or into a horse, it's going to make a half horse, and it's going to make half human. It's just you've got to put the right amount in there. Now, this might make birth defects. There's no doubt about it in my mind. This will make birth defects. But our government has probably been doing all this already in Area 51, I'm telling y'all, if you watch this place, and as soon as I go on TV, the first time I go on TV, I'm going to point this out to the world. And I'm going to find out where this place is at, where those places are at, where the people that work at Area 51 and where the people that worked in the Lawnmower Man movie, and they saw all that technology, and they know where it's at. Shoot, you can bet your life that I'm going to get that knowledge. And once I get that knowledge, then all I've got to do is get the best computer hackers in the world, and I want to run this program, and I'm going to get all the knowledge. And hey, I can bless you too. I can bless you. I can't make you a God, you know, give me a break, you know. But hey, whenever I heal people, other angels, they might hear exactly how I heal people, and they will know themselves how to heal people. Because you can read people's mind when you become an angel. And you've got to think, at least me, I do, you've got to think it over through your mind of how it happens before it happens, you know? And whenever people hear you thinking it over through your mind, then they can think it over through their mind and they can make it happen too. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. God created man in his own image. So that shows you, and that tells you that we are just as God. We look just, we talk, God is just like we are. Matter of fact, I'm telling you that I'm God. Okay? Matthew 1, verse 23, behold, the virgin shall be with a child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which is being interpreted as God with us. While I'm judging the world, and you want to hear a truth, well, if you watch a Lawnmower Man movie, then you will see that judgment is from a mainframe computer, okay? It's a utopia. It's a whole other world. It's a world that is as limited as imagination itself. And that's where judgment is going to take place. It's going to take place in a mainframe of a computer. And then we're going to type in your name, I'm going to turn those programs and little keys, and I'm going to get your program, and we're going to go into your frequency, and we're going to go into your program. And it's going to tell me all the tickets you had in life, all the way you treated people. It's going to tell you about everybody in life, you know. There's no doubt about it. Alright, Matthew 3, verse 24, and if the kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So that shows you that me and my body, we're working after two different goals. I'm wanting to succeed, and they don't want me to succeed. They're working to make me fail. So this kingdom is divided against itself. We're not working on the same terms. We're not out for the same goal. So it's going to fall. Either the body's going to fall or the head's going to fall. Okay? Matthew 23, verse 9. Here it is. Now, you go look it up in the Catholic Bible, and if it says, I haven't done that yet, but if it says it in the Catholic Bible, I will be absolutely ruthless to the Catholic religion. Call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Matthew 23, verse 9. Matthew 16, verse 18. Thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Well, even in my family history, the Peterman history, Jesus Christ may return in my family. Even in my family history, he may return. Because in the Bible it says right there, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build a church. See, the land that I grew up on, there's going to be a church that's going to be built on that. Now, the church without spot and wrinkle, if you go on Highway 49 going north from Interstate 10, it's a little over 5 miles. It's a little over 5 miles. Going north, and you will see that church. It has a waterfall on it, and across the street it has the city of David. The stone which the builders rejected to stand has become the head of the corner. See, I'm a rejected person. I'm not really rejected. I'm not rejected big time. But people hasn't liked me, you know. I've been a failure, you know. A lot of people don't like me, you know. They just think I'm trash, or they think that I smoke marijuana too much, or I do stuff like that too much. But that's Matthew 21, verse 42. I've become the head of the corner because I'm the head of the celestial hierarchy. And that's everybody. I'm the head of that. So I've become the head of the corner. And he shall swear by heaven, swear by the throne of God. Matthew 23, verse 22. Well, I'm swearing by heaven right now, and I'm swearing by the throne of God. God Almighty built for me a throne and a table with only one head. And they're waiting for me to return to get all this. Matthew 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation in them days shall the sun be darkened. I've told you that the sun is no longer your friend, the sun is your enemy. And the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Well, when I told you that Metallica, the P with the circle around it stands for phantom, everybody that has a P with the circle around it on their album, they're phantoms. And they're writing their music and they're saying that they might not even know it themselves. But the fact of the matter is they're saved and they're probably going to heaven. Okay? And you know, until the flood came and took them all away, so shall it be of the Son of Man, coming of the Son of Man. Matthew 24, verse 39. Just like I told y'all about Noah, I'm warning the people. That's what I'm doing right now, and that's how it just tells you that it's going to be just like that. He warned everybody, just like I'm warning you right now. There's coming a big fall on the way. There's coming a big old deal. Big deal. Luke 2, verse 42. And when he was 12 years old, he went to the custom of the feast. That tells you that when you become 12 years old, you become accountable for your own life. Luke 4, verse 24. No prophet is accepted in his own country. And John 4, verse 44. A prophet has no honor in his own country. So that's when I tell all my friends that I'm God, they all tell me that I'm crazy. Well, there you go. No prophet is accepted in his own country. But I believe that other people are going to say, whoa, wait a second, this dude might have something to go on, and this dude might have some sense here. You know, let's try this dude. Just like the Bible says, let's try him. Luke 6, verse 25, woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. That's what I'm telling you. Right now, go ahead and do what you want to do. Luke 9, verse 26. When he shall come in his own glory and in his Father's and of the holy angels. Well, I'm coming. I told you that the Father, my Father's, is God Almighty. And the holy angels, they're all jealous of me, but they all have the secrets to the Bible. So I'm coming in their glory too. Luke 10, verse 7. Go not from house to house. So that's everybody that goes on television and preaches on television. They're doing exactly what the Bible says against. Go not from house to house. What happens when you go on television and preach? You go house to house. Okay? Luke 10, verse 22. And no man knoweth who the Son is, but the Father, and who the Father is, but the Son. I told y'all that earlier, you know? And I don't believe I need to go over it anymore. Luke 12, verse 5. Fear God. 1 Peter 2:17, fear God. John 2, verse 16, make not my Father's house a house of merchandise. If you're selling tapes, if you're selling sermons, if you're selling coat machines, if you're making any money on any land that that church owns, you are doing exactly what the Bible is going against. John 8, verse 12, I am the light of the world. John 9, verse 5. Okay? I am the light of the world. Whenever Metallica says, exit light, enter night, well, I'm the light of the world, just saying I am the light of the world. And my brother Michael, who is Satan, he is the prince of darkness. Okay? So exit light, enter night. Enter into Satan's world, who is the prince of darkness. John 10, verse 7, I am the door of the sheep. Lamb's blood painted door, lamb's painted door, I shall pass. Here it is, I am the door of the sheep. John 14, verse 16, and he shall give you another comforter. John 14, verse 26. John 14, excuse me. John 14, verse 26. Now here's where it says that there's going to be another Jesus, okay? But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things. 1 Corinthians 14, verse 8. For the trumpet give an uncertain sound. So voice, okay? Whenever I told you that David Christ, that was him blowing his trumpet whenever he told the world that he was either the return of God or the last sign of the return of Christ. 2 Corinthians 11, verse 4. For if he comes preaching another Jesus, you might well bear with him. I'm coming right now and I'm preaching another Jesus, and I'm telling you, you might well bear with me. Stick by me, that's what I'm telling you. Stick by me and try me. Do exactly what the Bible says. Try me. It ain't hard. It's not hard. Galatians 1 verse 19 say, James, the Lord's brother. Well, like I say, my brother's name is James Michael Peter. James, the Lord's brother. I'm the Lord. I'm the Lord God Almighty. He is my brother. Mark 10 verse 27, for with God all things are possible. So when I tell you that judgment is inside of a mainframe computer, that the mainframe computer is a utopia, it's a whole other world, unlimited as imagination itself. There it goes right there. For with God, all things are possible. So don't say it can't happen. Because if you say it can't happen, then you're doubting God and you're going exactly against what the Bible says. Luke chapter 1 verse 37. For with God, nothing shall be impossible. Okay. Ephesians 2 verse 2. Prince of the power of the air. Like I told you, prince of... That's another reason why you shouldn't go on television, because he's the prince of the power of the air. And where's the airwaves? The airwaves are up in the air. John 14 verse 30. Prince of this world. Philippians 3 verse 18. For many walk, and now even tell you weeping that they are the enemies of the cross. Everybody that goes on TV and preaches about something that and tells you that you have to go by the Bible, and yet they're not even going by the Bible because they're going on TV and preaching. It ain't no loss of mine, so I ain't worried about it. 2 Thessalonians 2:3, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. That's me, the son of hell. And who is hell? Hell is Satan, Satan's father. So if Satan's hell, then me, God, is heaven. So wherever I'm at in heaven will be the heaven of all heavens. Okay? 2 Timothy 2 verse 12, and if you deny me, I will also deny you. If you deny him, he will also deny us. That's what the Holy Angel is saying. Well, I'm telling you right now that if you deny me, then I will do exactly what the Bible says, and I will deny you. It ain't no problem to me. I don't care. You decide what your fate may be, not me. You decide it. Hebrews 1 verse 4, being made so much better than the angels, as he hath by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. Well, that's the reason why I tell you that they're jealous of me. James 3 verse 8, but the tongue can no man tame. John 1 chapter 5, God is light. I think I already went over that. First chapter of John 4:1, believe not in every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of God. That tells you again to try me. Now here's where it says about the angel in the church of Philadelphia being God Almighty. In Revelations 22 verse 16, I am the root and the offspring of David. Romans 2 verse 3, Jesus Christ, which was made from the seed of David. Matthew 16 verse 4, singing after a sign, and there shall no sign be given. Mark 8 verse 33, get thee behind me, Satan, for thou savorest not the things that be of God, but of man. That's what Jesus of Nazareth told Peter. Mark 12 verse 10, stone which the builders rejected, the same as from the head of the corner. John 5 verse 22, for the Father judges no man, for he hath committed all judgment unto the Son, me. Romans 9 verse 5, Christ who is over all, God blessed forever. So that tells you that I'm going to be over all forever, and I'm going to be God blessed forever. God is going to be a part of my name for the rest of life, for the rest of reality of life, and life never fucking ends. You will live forever. Life will never end. 1 billion years will be nothing more than a second of our life. And 1 billion years is a long and a lot of money in a long time. Hebrew 8 verse 2, about the true tabernacle which the Lord pitcheth and not man. 1 John 4 verse 2, every spirit confess that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God. So here I am, I'm telling you right now that I'm coming in the flesh right now. And that shows you that I am of God, because I'm claiming that Jesus Christ is coming in the flesh right now. So that shows you that I am of God. I call it a little summer cold. Well, how about it? Now, you've heard it all. Now, are you going to help me? Well, we will see. My address now. I almost forgot this. My address, right. Chris Peterman. Peterman. P.O. Box 2051, Gulfport, Mississippi, 39505. Okay? Write me. Leave your phone number. Offer me help. If you can put me on TV, and look, if you've got to delay shows to put me on TV, do it. I'm telling you, do it today. We have no time to spare. If you want an exit from hell, then you need to put me on television. If you want to exit to hell. If you don't, then hey, throw it away, man. Throw this tape away if you want to. It's not in my law. It's your law. It ain't a problem with me. I think this tape is a trick because this dude thinks he's God, you know? I know I'm God. There's no doubt about it. There ain't no doubt. And the only thing I can do is just tell you, you know? There ain't nothing else I can do. I can tell you where to go. I can tell you what to do, you know? What you want me to do then, you know? Help me, people. Please, God, help me. Shit. Help me, please. And look, I'm going to get help. I'm going to a psychiatrist. I haven't had a mental or psychiatric loss, you know, or nervous breakdown. I haven't had anything like that. I'm more aware of life than most people and most doctors that tell me that I've had a nervous breakdown. I know more about life than what they do, and I can prove everything that I'm saying. Look, man. Now, this is it. Please help me. Thank y'all for y'all's time. This is my dog. He's a registered pit bull, 100%. He ain't no mean pit bull. Hey, Sam. He ain't no mean pit bull, but he's a good dog. You know what I'm saying? He's a family dog.
That might be the end of that one.
have a good sleep at all last night.
Art thou weary, noble Egbert?
I what? Huh? What's wrong with your mouth, Gert?
Noble Egbert, I've been studying this book on King's English, and I've arrived at the startling realization that I've been chattering on like a common peasant. From now on, I'll speak like nobility. You can call me honorable lady.
Huh? Well, honorable lady, methinks thou art got rocks in your bonkers. Wake up, Gert. You're still dreaming, I think.
I should have realized thou art nothing but a common peasant, and hast not the capacity to understand. Oh, how this pains me to hear you speak thus.
Oh no, I think Gert's head is broken.
Did you hear what Fletch said? Boy, that guy sure sounds tough, huh? It was nothing. I'll teach you a few words that'll make Fletcher sound like a flower girl. Gee, thanks, Jerry. Hey, Jerry, what are you teaching him? Daniel wants me to teach him how to swear. Swear? Jerry, I never knew you swore. Sure, all the guys do it. At least anybody who's anybody. I think I sound pretty tough, too. Yeah, me too.
Well, I don't swear, and it sounds to me that you two just don't have the guts to stand up for yourselves.
Yeah, what are you doing getting pushed around? Just because the kids at school do it, it doesn't mean that you have to.
Yeah, if everyone was jumping off a cliff, would you jump too?
No, you just don't understand. Come on, Dan, let's get out of here. Let's go see Dirk. He'll understand. I can't believe it. What's gotten into them?
Don't worry, Dirk will straighten them out.
Hi, fellas.
Hi, Dirk. Guess what? I've started swearing.
Swearing, eh? How about you, Daniel? Are you swearing too?
Not yet, but Jerry's gonna teach me. Yeah, all the guys swear at school all the time. That's why I started. I think it sounds so tough. Yeah.
So you think by having a dirty mouth makes you tough, eh?
Well, yeah, I do. Me too.
Okay, fellas, sit right over there. I'm going to tell you what I think about swearing.
Yeah, sure, Doc.
Now, there's nothing tough about swearing. It's easy to flap your jaw and talk like you live in a locker room just because everybody else does. But it takes real courage to keep your mouth clean and stand alone. Now, that's tough. I think if you've got a dirty mouth, you have a dirty heart, too. Now, that's what I think, fellas. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands to run.
Wait a minute, Dirk. What do you mean a dirty heart? Yeah, what do you mean, Dirk?
Well, look, you take this book home and read it, and it'll explain it a lot better than I can.
Sure, Dirk. Yeah, thank you. Come on, Daniel.
Bye.
Let's go see what this book has to say. Yeah.
Boys will be boys.
You know, Jerry isn't that responsible in teaching Daniel swear words. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We're supposed to be our brother's keeper, not lead each other away.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, let's sing song number 31, Responsibility.
tell you, be careful what you say. You don't want to hurt their tender ears. Dirk didn't say anything. He just gave us this book to read.
But he must have said something. I wonder what this is all about.
Once there was a boy named Smokey who grew up in a little country town in the hills. Life here was plain and simple, but it was a clean way of living, and the people really loved their home and the neighbors who lived with them. And these people really were close neighbors. So far, no one in town had had the time to build individual homes for each family, so everyone lived together in the bunkhouse at the hotel. Nobody really minded. The hotel clerk just insisted that they take their boots off before going to bed, and that no more than 5 persons were allowed to share the same bunk. Life was wonderful. Then one day, Smokey said,
Hey, everybody! I'm going on a journey. I'd like to see the other parts of the country. I'll see you all when I get back.
Everyone hugged and kissed him as he left, but he assured them that he wouldn't be long.
I'm really going to miss you, Smokey. Don't worry, I'll be back soon. I'm going to miss you too, Martin. Stop that. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, bye.
Life continued in the little town as usual. Then one day, guess who returned? Everyone ran out to meet him, and then it happened.
Smokey, how was your trip? What did you learn? I had the best blankety blank time. I saw some of
The
the
townsfolk covered their ears in horror. They had never heard such rotten language in all their lives. Little Albert just stood there listening and quietly taking it all in. Smokey had really changed. Everyone he talked to and everywhere he went, he cussed up a storm. Everyone was in shock.
I don't know, but it certainly is disgusting. He thinks it sounds smart. I don't even want to be around him.
Even in the bunkhouse at night, everyone wore earplugs to bed because all night long, Smokey cussed a blue streak and smoked up the air with his foul mouth. Except for little Albert. He just lay awake all night listening quietly and taking it all in.
Someone should say something to him.
But nobody said anything to Smokey. Then one day, something horrible happened.
Blanky blank mule. You gotta be the dumbest blanky blank mule I've ever seen. Alex, where did you get him out like that? If I ever hear you speaking with those words again, well, I don't know what I'll do. But Smokey says stuff like that all the time, and nobody says anything to him.
Not far away, Smokey was hiding in the bushes, listening to the entire conversation.
I'm sorry. We were wrong not speaking with him. And he should have his mouth cleaned up. Why does he stink like that? Because he thinks it's smart. But he has a dirty mouth and dirty inside. And he needs God to forgive him and to clean off his inside. And when he does, you wait and see. He'll have a clean and pure heart. And his mouth will change too. Because out of the heart, the mouth speaketh. What the blanky blank is the matter with my personal black heart? Like the sin, boy, and you need to ask the Lord to forgive your sins. And get yourself fixed up inside and out. I don't want to have a black heart.
And right there, Smokey bowed his head and prayed. I mean, he really prayed. He shook his head and cried as he asked God to forgive him and to clean him up. And you know, something happened. Smokey got a clean heart and a clean mouth, too.
Thanks, man. Thanks for telling me what I needed to do. I thought I was smart talking like I lived in a locker room, but this is what I really wanted. It's what we all needed, boy. Welcome home.
That night in the bunkhouse, the air was fresh and pure, and everyone threw away their earplugs and happily said,
Mom. Night, Mom. Night, Lisa. Night. Night, Smokey. Night. Night, Albert. Night, Albert. I don't want to have a black heart. Me either. We've got to ask the Lord to forgive us. Yeah, no. If you don't have our address, run and get a pencil and paper, because it will be coming up on your screen real soon. I'll sell paper and pencil, no labor.
Look, Kurt, you don't have to talk fancy to me. Just tell me in plain words so I can understand you and give me that crazy book.
Stop what you're doing, get ready and wait. Join in, we're about to create something new. Create something new. Something new. Create something new. Create something new. To make sesame snacks, you will need 1 cup of peanut butter.
Fuck.
Oh, peanut brittle.
Oh, the peanut butter.
That looks good.
More peanut butter. 1 cup of honey.
Look at that honey, it's not good. Hey, where'd you get your finger in the pan again? Look at that. What do you think, Ingrid?
And just put it into the pot like that. Place over medium heat and cook and stir for about 3 minutes. Remove pot from heat. Add some skim milk.
Skim milk this point.
Sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds. More sesame seeds, eh?
Coconuts.
All that coconut.
And some nuts.
Nuts, like you, Ingrid.
Stir until everything is well mixed. Don't do that.
No.
Press mixture to the cake pan. Place the pan in the refrigerator until mixture becomes firm. That will take about 2 hours.
2 hours?
And after that, it will be ready to eat.
Oh,
It
boy.
returns like this.
Just like that. Can I try a handful?
If you want instructions for the craft, or have some questions or problems, write to us and we'll try to answer you. We'll send you a free Circle Square songbook like this one. But write to us real soon, because we're waiting to hear from you.
Hearken, this multitude of fear overwhelms me. How shall I answer it?
Oh, I
Nobody will understand anyway until you clean your mouth up, Gert.
Gert, Egbert is right. You don't impress anybody with your fancy words, just like I didn't impress anybody with swearing. But now look, all the kids are mad at me. Yeah, me too. Boys, you help me. Now I want to help you. Watch this.
Mr. Richmond and his sons Michael and Jonathan lived on a wealthy country estate with lots of farmland, livestock, and many employees. Someday, Michael and Jonathan would inherit all this wealth. Jonathan, however, wanted his share now. Mr. Richmond granted him his wish. Jonathan quickly filled his money box and left home. He spent his money lavishly on the finest hotels, wild parties, and many new friends. Everything appeared great. One day, horror gripped him as he looked into his money box. Only 3 pennies left. He hurried to his friends, but they just laughed at him and scoffed. "We don't need you here now that you're broke." The only job Jonathan could find was feeding pigs. He was so hungry he even ate the pigs' food. Oh, how he longed to be home, even as a hired hand. He jumped up and went home as fast as he could. As he hurried down the farm lane, his father ran to meet him. "Father," shouted Jonathan, "forgive me. I've sinned against God and against you. I'm not worthy to be called your son. But please give me a job here." His father hugged and kissed him. He wanted a big celebration party and a fine wardrobe for Jonathan. Meanwhile, as Michael was returning from the fields, he heard music coming from the house. "Jonathan is back, and your father has thrown a welcome home party," he was told. Michael was angry at his father. He yelled, "All these years I've worked hard for you, and you've never given me such a party. Yet now this waster returns and you throw a grand homecoming. You're unfair." "Michael," explained his father, "everything I have is yours. But it's right to celebrate now. Jonathan is sorry for his mistakes, and I've forgiven him."
God has forgiven you if you've asked him. Maybe the kids will too. Go ask them. Okay, we'll ask him. Come on, Daniel. Kids, I've got something to say. And I don't blame you if you don't believe me. I thought it was good talking and swearing and all that. But I'm really sorry, man. I was wrong. Jerry, we forgive you. If God will forgive you, who are we to hold anything against you? It's good to have you back, Jerry. And talking from your heart, those words are impressive.
Let's sing, everybody. Together we can make this world a better place by loving one another. Song number 46.
What you gonna do about the way you live? No one wants to be your friend. When you gonna stop all your fighting? Don't wait till the end. There's a better way of living.
Okay, I have to take a break and go stretch my legs.